This video is about time, something we all want more of, and something that I've really explored with lots of my clients. And that is why today I'm going to tackle the problem of not having enough time. So let's jump in. Hi, I'm Sven, a holistic performance psychologist with the mission of empowering you with the knowledge and tools necessary to consistently achieve your goals. And I love that you're taking some of your valuable time to explore how you can make more of your time today. There's two really important pieces here when it comes to getting more time. One is the perception, and the other one is your effectiveness, what you actually do with your time. Let's quickly get an overview on these and then jump in. Perception, meaning you look back at your day and you think, wow, that was an amazing day. I did so much. That doesn't necessarily mean that you did a lot. Could have been that you did a couple things that were very important to you, or maybe your perception is just a certain way, and maybe another person looking at your situation would say, well, that you didn't really do a lot. So that's personal, that's subjective. And you can control that. And then there's how much you actually did that day. Your effectiveness. So you can go back and you can write down everything with timestamps, see how much you actually did, how much time it took you for every single item, and then you get your effectiveness. Those are the only two relevant things when it comes to time in business. This video will cover the first one, perception. Now, perception, why is it important? It's the first question to ask. Now, first of all, it really affects our well-being. And I think we've all been there. And I've heard this countless times. Don't really feel like I'm doing anything. I'm feeling like I'm not moving forward. I don't feel like I have enough time. All of these things. That's your perception. I don't feel like I have enough time. It's very different when you would say, well, I am not effective enough. I have all of this time every day, but I don't feel like I get anything done. That's a different story. And it's important to know that difference. For most people, perception is actually with the issue that they come to me. So, what do you do with that perception? Well, before we jump into that, one quick thing. The reason people come to me is because there's pain in that. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that there's also at least some level of pain or interest in that topic inside of you. So it is important. It's important for well-being. And then based on well-being, based on the frame that we have regarding time, that actually influences how productive we are, what we do, what we see. If we're talking about effectiveness, productivity, one of the key things is flow, how easily you can enter flow. And if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling agitated, if you're not feeling like you're doing anything, your perception is off or it's bad, then it's very hard for you to enter flow and you will be less productive as well. So these are the two reasons why I'm talking about perception. First one, there's pain in that. Well-being suffers. And the second one is your productivity suffers. So you do want to have a look at perception. How do you go about doing that? Well, it starts with awareness. Go through your day, set a couple of reminders every 30 minutes, every hour, and just see what kind of state of mind you are in. Do you feel like you're doing a lot? Do you feel like you're doing a little? And then dig deeper. Don't just write down, okay, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Why? What is in there? Go deep. Maybe you're feeling like you're blocked. Maybe you're feeling like, well, you would have loved to have done this and this and this already by this time, yet you're here and you haven't. Is that realistic? Because the number one pitfall I see when working with people is unrealistic expectations. But you never know that they're unrealistic until you actually go through your day, you map out your time, and you map out what's actually realistic for you to do. Some people say, well, I would like to do X, Y, Z by 12 o'clock. That's just not realistic. You need more time. All right. So awareness, the first one, dig deep. And then once you're aware of where your perception is off and torturing you, that is when you can jump in and you can rectify that. Reframing it. Think about it logically, try and map it out, right? How much time does one task take? And then your expectations will be better, hopefully. Because we all have implicit expectations of what we do, and usually feeling bad about our perception is those implicit expectations not being fulfilled. Make them explicit, check them if they're logical or not, and all of a sudden, after you've practiced this for a bit, you will feel a lot better at the end of the day and during the day. And that will help you be more productive. Now, before I wrap this up, I have one more very important piece here I want to share with you. Perception actually matters for another reason. Now, if we perceive something as bad, confirmation bias happens. We're looking for things that confirm this idea that things are bad. So if your self-talk, if your idea, if your default frame is, I don't have enough time, then you will find all the reasons why, all the small details where you're missing something, where you don't have enough time. It will reinforce itself. It will confirm itself. So be careful with those things. Instead, you want to turn it around, because then confirmation bias actually helps you. Once you flip the switch, which is hard, but once you're past the default, past the 0 point where it's neutral, confirmation bias actually helps you in the other direction. So, stick with it. If it feels tough, if it feels like something is working against you, that's normal, that's okay. You got this. It will become easier once you've crossed the neutral point. With that, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you perceive time in the comments if you like. If it feels like something that's you got too much of it, too little of it. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching the video. See you at the next one.